Good evening, guys. Welcome to another night at Disney Cafe Chat, and I hope everybody's doing good. Happy Valentine's to all my friends. Hello. Let's welcome in Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. Welcome to my dear sweet friend Mama D. Hello, Mama D. How are you doing tonight? Hope you had a good Valentine's Day. It's good to see everybody here. Even though it's just the three of us, that's okay. We will try to make some fun out of this one way or another. Obviously, hope everybody got to catch Pete's show. They did a great job as usual. Extreme corniness. Though, question some of the. There's a few people that, cuckoos. No, anybody that's from Ohio and that seems to like butter on an ice cream, I have to question. So, needless to say on that. Jason Bibedo, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Hopefully, we'll get some more people here. Oh, see what's going on in the world of Disney. See if there's anything else that came out on. Grizzly Rivers Run. Lego Store removes Woody and Buzz figures at downtown Disney. Ooh, that sucks. When did they do that? Oh, downtown Disney. Okay, so it's not Disney Springs. So maybe they didn't remove it once. Gertie has got a crack. Okay. Well. But welcome in, guys. So, Mama D, you're welcome to join me if you'd like to come on. I'll play it by ear on how long we go tonight. Depends on how many people we got coming in, and we're just gonna enjoy ourselves and we'll go. Jared, welcome in, buddy. Good to see you. Good evening, sir. Good to see you. Good to see you. I think it's been a while since I've seen you in here. Good to see you. So I hope. Okay, give me 1 second, guys. Let me get the link for Mama D. And Mama D's going to come on and join us. Because I'm not sure how long I'll be able to hold. I'm not feeling the best tonight myself, actually, to be honest, truthfully, guys. So, to be honest, truthfully, I'm not gonna say it might be a long night. We just may do. Yeah, well, it's good to see you, buddy. Thank you for coming back in. It's hopefully you're doing okay. How's life treating you, Gerald? Good. All right. Link is sent, Dab. It's in the IG chat. And there's Mama D. Hello, Mama D. How are you tonight?
Hello. Happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you.
Thank you.
Mama D, I just have one question.
Yes.
Well, yeah. Hey, I understand that. We're all busy. Man, I'm glad but it's good to see you. Glad you're here tonight. I just have one question for you, Mama D.
Yes.
letting them do getting all nutty on that show over there on Pete's. I mean,
What do you mean the world's getting nutty? What do you mean? What are you talking about?
Butter on ice cream and
I didn't say I like butter on ice cream.
It was getting crazy over there.
I didn't say that I like butter on ice cream.
No, I said pretty much it was those people from Ohio that
wasn't me. I said that I can't have the salted butter. I'm stopping salt for now. I'm not using any salt on my food.
And anybody that don't want the mint stuff, send mint stuff to me. I'll take all the mint.
I want the mint stuff. I'm all about the mint.
Oh, I am definitely all about the mint.
Mint chocolate chip is my all-time favorite flavor.
Now it's gonna make. Now it makes me want to go to. Now it makes me want to go to Dairy Queen tomorrow and see if they got the Shamrock Blizzard or the Mint Blizzard and the other one.
I got to see if they deliver. I need delivery.
Yeah. Well, and Pete does a good job on his show. Listen, they have fun. That's what it's all about. That's the thing, and I again, thank you to Pete and thank you to Doug for sharing us out. I know we don't get a lot of people over here at night. Some days we get a little bit more than others. I mean, a lot of times we end up talking about some other things. And then, of course, there comes David T. Hello, it's me, David T., who we had on last Saturday, which was a pretty nice, decent show.
Hello, David.
I don't know who he's fired. Who is? Make sure that bow's flying towards Mama D. Because I will be assured you, we will not bring any of that discussion up. But but I promise you that I got a lot of good things coming up, and I just ain't going to open them up for targets tonight. So I will be careful of what I say.
Understandable.
The what?
I said understandable.
Yes, because as soon as I open one thing, here comes 10 million things. So we will not get into. I do want to get into the one big thing that is a topic, and that's the freaking prices out of the one thing that Pete did bring up.
Oh yeah,
irritates me to the most world, and I think it irritates most of us all, and that's the freaking prices.
I was thinking for the park. They charge so much money for the park tickets. Why do they have to charge you so much more for park hopping? That should be included as part of your ticket, or just a minimal fee to do the park hopping. Why do they have to charge you so much for park hopping? You're already paying for the parks.
No, it's just working normal tonight. I've got to get the new CPU unit, but. And then there's Samara, Queen of Disney. Hello, Samara. Yeah, no, I just got to.
Hi, Samara.
But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna be honest, truthfully too. Sitting there, if it wasn't for the fact that I went to the park. If I had my AP, I'd still be complaining because even the price of the AP tickets are even outright ridiculous.
And it's crazy also too because you have to. I mean, those are just the prices of the park tickets. What about staying?
So
Whether you're staying
I
on
think
property
I
or
think
off property, it's still expensive.
here's my thing. This is where I'd love to get some other people on here that we could do a small table, because right now I'd be my big target now is between friggin' park tickets for the parks versus me putting all my money and going on a Disney cruise, because for what you can pay for a Disney cruise and on top of what you would pay for everything at a Disney park, you're better off going with a Disney cruise. Well,
Yeah.
for me, even if it rains, it's not so much. It really comes down to the prices of the tickets. And I knew the ticket prices were up there. I just didn't know what I was so used to having an AP, I haven't had to look at day price tickets. Now that I've got to look at the day price tickets for March 7th, it makes me want to puke. It really does. But Mandy, I will give Mandy one thing. She did make a good point of it's kind of reverse it, but then it was brought up, and here's the point: those prices that she was talking about is for Florida residents.
Right.
So, see, even David T, I need to get you on here. I wish you could come on tonight. If you weren't so busy, I'd send you the link, because really, this is a good topic for tonight on park tickets, because right now I'm so focused on cruising. That's a lot of what my shows have been this week is cruising, and that's probably going to be what a lot of my shows are for the next few weeks of cruising, because I'm getting ready to start releasing a lot of the shows for guys. If you're not following me on Debbie,
Right.
let me see if I can grab it. I need to get the link to my other one. Crap.
Which one?
I want the link. I've already posted the link to Discord, but I would like to get my travel link for Instagram put in there. There are a lot of these pictures are now going to start going.
For the Instagram? I'll get the Instagram
for the Instagram. The rest of it we'll get later after I do the commercial. But yeah. Dave, if you want to come on, I can send you the link, because this is going to be this is. I would actually love to get somebody on here that's. I mean, you had a night. Oh, you had a nightmare that you was on your show. Hey, wait a minute. The show wasn't that bad. You actually had a pretty good showing. That show actually had a pretty good amount of views. That was 2 weeks ago with you. I wish Richard. I wish Richard was here. I'd get him on, because I know he goes on and he's going to feel the same way I do. Right now, I can tell you, and you can put your thoughts in the chat, Dave. Addie Family Adventures, welcome in. I tell you right now, I'm a putrid at what the prices are for everyday park tickets are, just for one day. And then because here's the thing you got to look, and you said it yourself in the chat, Debbie, by the time you pay for your one ticket and you pay for how many ever nights you're staying in a hotel to do one or two parks.
Right.
Because I don't know if you actually do. when you do more than one park, do you get?
I normally
do you
get.
end up getting a park hopper?
I usually do. I do like to do the park hopper because I want to have that option of be able to go from one park, like in the one during the day, go to one park, and then at nighttime go to a different park, or in the afternoon. It depends on, if I'm with a group of people, if we're going to go out to dinner somewhere else. It all depends. If you're not going to go anywhere else than that one park, then no, I won't get the park hopper. But if I'm going to be around other people and they're going to be in a different park later on.
At that. Now, and Pete just showed it for 263.
Right.
Holy crud.
That is a lot.
I'm going to tell you now.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
I can pay for what you would pay for a family of 4, plus room and board, plus your meals.
Right. Then you're not.
I can actually pay for at least 2 people to go do an inside state cabin on a Disney cruise. I'll tell you that now.
Right, because because even with it being
hey Chris, if you want to come on, send me a message on Instagram because I can hold on one second. Let me see. I know I got you somewhere. Addie's Family Adventures. I know it's been a while since. Yeah, if you want to come on, I mean, I am.
Yeah, please come on there.
I'm not going to stop. Listen, as a travel agent, I would encourage people to go to the parks. No, I haven't yet, but I'm getting ready to do a look at. I'm actually looking at both those and setting up a. It's been a while since I've sent you the link, isn't it, Chris? Hey, Chris, can you send me a message on Instagram? It'll be a lot easier for you instead of me trying to sit here and find it.
Do I have his Instagram? Hold on.
I don't know. Do you got it? Because I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know if I do or not.
I know I did it one time, but it's been a while since he was coming on for. I'm buried under so many different messages and all that it's ridiculous now.
I don't think I have it.
There's who I need to get on a Saturday night show, and that would be Tanya.
Wait, I think I do have an Instagram for him.
Yeah, do you got it? I don't know if you can. I don't know if you can get the link though.
Let me see if I can. Hold on.
Aha! He just sent me. There it is. I do have his in. Okay.
Okay. You got it?
Yep, I got it. I'm sending him the link now.
Okay.
Here's my thing about the whole thing. Not to discourage anybody to go from the parks, but
see, my thing is
the whole situation is just
my thing is I travel
out ridiculous.
Right, Dave. My thing is I travel alone. So, and I live in South Florida. I don't drive the highway, so I either have to take the
and that's who I'm talking about.
Right,
I need to take the flight. It's been a while since I've talked to her. I need to see if I can get her on a Saturday night.
Right, Dave. Either I have to take a flight to get there to Orlando, or I could take the other thing that train.
Brightline train.
Brightline. I keep forgetting the name. So either I have to take a flight there, or the Brightline. Then I had to take an Uber to get to the hotel because I don't have anybody taking me or picking me up. So I had to take an Uber to get to the hotel. I mean, and then I have to spend all the money on the food, and that's all by myself. Even though it's not expensive, people with family, but I still can't afford to do all that. I mean, at least not on a regular basis. I could do that on a once in a while basis, but not on a regular basis.
And
if I live closer to the park, maybe year I would go to the parks all the time, and I wouldn't have to worry about, so much of
Exactly, David T. Plane, trains, and automobiles. That's what it's all about. And
Right.
here's my thing: as a travel agent, I fully encourage people to go to the parks, but
Well, there's nothing like going to Disney. You have to say that. There's
now
nothing
I'm
like
not
going to Disney.
here.
But
I'm sitting
there are,
here as a vlogger, and I'm looking at this, and when I had the AP, I didn't think about the single prices, and I didn't. I did as a travel agent, but as Gloria Thibodeau, welcome in. Good to see
hi,
you,
Gloria.
Gloria. It's always good to see the Gloria Thibodeau. We got the Thibodeau team in here.
Is Chris coming on?
Well, yeah. Did you see what David T said, Mama D? And he's right about that. That's another thing you could think about doing too. But even then, it still costs money.
Yeah,
I mean, by the time you physically add it up,
right, you still have to pay for meters.
Physically add it, and here's the thing: I'm not going to sit here and tell you that the Disney cruise lines aren't exactly cheap either. I mean, but by the time you pay for your food, and there we go. It's been a long. Chris, good to see you, buddy.
Hey,
Chris. How's it going, Chris?
Oh, not too bad. How are you guys?
Good. Happy Valentine's
Doing good.
Day.
Getting a little frustrated with these price hikes that keep going up at our favorite parks, but at this point in time, I'm telling you, as a travel agent, I'm taking my money for what I can pay for the parks. I'm going on a freaking Disney cruise for 5 to 6 days.
Yeah, I've never been on a Disney cruise. No. I can't really say anything about prices because I don't pay to get into the parks. So, I mean, with my daughter working there,
okay.
Yeah, so I mean, I know usually if prices go up, that means everything else goes up usually.
Yeah.
But I think it happens every year. We've just gotten used to seeing it happen every year. So
well, and and the thing of it is, for someone like me who was used to, up until my parents died, then I had to stop buying the passes because, mom lost my dad, lost my house. Then I've been out of the house until up to about 4 months ago. So I've been without the pass for years, and I hadn't thought about it because I really didn't go to the parks even over those 3 years. But now I'm getting to the point where I'm looking back at it. I'm like, even the APs, I'm like, well, thought is, and I know you can't say much, but APs are getting out of control price wise.
Right.
And I understand what Mandy was saying on one point about the APs, but you look at it, it really is getting expensive for when you got a family of 3 or 4. The time you're paying that kind of money,
right,
where you may only be doing, let's say, 3 or 4 days. That kind of money, you could, as a travel advisor, I'm thinking, you really want the magic? And here's the thing, and I will tell you this, you can get just as much magic on the cruise line as you can in the parks. And I'm not ripping the parks. I'm not ripping the parks, but I'm just talking price-wise. If you had to look at budget-wise, I can actually have just as much fun on a Disney cruise and get to see other ports around or maybe or Bermuda, so then you're getting that added on top of,
So Disney has actually been looking like they've always here just for the last few years look like they've been trying to just give to those who can pay the most. I mean, even to get those extra magic hours in the evening, you have to be staying at a deluxe resort. So, I mean, it looks like they're giving everything to those who can pay that much. But then again, you got to remember here in March, we're going to have a change. So maybe the next CEO will see where there needs to be more value than what this last CEO seen. So, I mean, it, I mean, they got you paying for stuff that we used to get for free. And so the money's got to come down somewhere.
Right.
So, but they're even at one point, you know how they've been talking that price per day depended on what the demand was. They're even talking about doing that with the gifts, or, you know, for the souvenirs, that prices could go up or down depending on what the time is.
And well, and a good point was brought up on Pete's show that the thing of it is, even with what we're paying on the prices, the parks are still being filled up. So the crazy thing of it is, the demand is still up here, so the prices are up there. And unfortunately, unless somebody can find a way to drive the demand down, the prices aren't going to. Unfortunately, the prices. I'm not going to say it. You know, maybe tomorrow might get the prices to come down a little bit, but they're not going to drop significant. They won't. The demand. I mean, the more they have to raise their surplus. Anybody that understands business knows that surplus, the demand drives the surplus. So if the surplus goes up, demand goes up, prices go up. End of story. So the more people that go to the parks means that supply is going up. So is the prices. So what is the balance? You know, so you have to accept the good with the bad in most cases. And
but you also remember this happened last year, and then they came in with a bunch of deals that helped people lower the cost. I mean, even right now with the Cool Kid Summer that's going to be happening this year, that's lowering costs for the kids that you're bringing for certain things. I think free dining was one of them for kids, if I'm right. I'd have to look back on that, but I thought I read that for a certain time.
Well, it is. And here's the kicker with it. And this is the difference between you trying to do, and people can catch, if people are diligent in their searches, they can find the good deals.
Yeah.
But some people, you know, the problem is with a lot of people is they do the searches and then they come across these deals. Somewhere along there's better deals than what they actually were getting when they, you know, depending on the thing. The one thing, a good thing, I will say this, you know, and it's kind of going back versus doing, and I know we've talked about this topic ourselves, Chris, about non-UTA versus using a TA. You know, there are some good things that, you know, people can do without using a travel advisor, but then there's the perks that you do if you're using a travel advisor. You know, you just have to look at it, and you have to be diligent about things and do your research.
Right. I mean, well, I think that's what this is it's Disney wants to hit those that won't do research, is what I think it is. It's like they know there's people out there that they go all the time, and they're going to research and see what kind of deal they can get. And I don't know if you've seen what I said when I was over on Pete's this year, because it's 250 years for America. They put out an annual pass for veterans. That's $499. And there's only 2 weeks out of the year that are blocked out. And it's 1 week, I think, sometime in March. And then it's the week of Thanksgiving are the only 2 weeks that are blocked out. So
now, see, that's good. And hopefully for you veterans that may pay attention to this later on down the road, please pay attention to that, especially if you love going to Disney, because that actually is a good deal for veterans.
And the other thing I did find out, like I just brought up the whole extra magic hours you have to stay at a deluxe. If you're a veteran and you stay at the Shades of Green, they get that extra magic hours, even though they're not a deluxe.
Yeah. And now see, as where some of those perks now some of those perks are starting to slowly come back, but they're at the higher rate resorts. And at this point, they're only at certain times of the year.
Right.
So it's not totally back, but they are back. But again, it's a higher tier, as where I'm glad to see that they're doing that for the veterans, for them to be able to.
Right. but what it really seems is it really seems like this the pandemic really did something that caused all of this. So, and it's
Oh
just
yeah.
like it's like
But here-
no getting back to
and
normal.
Well,
Well,
and
because they
here,
lost so
here,
much money during the pandemic that they're trying to make up for it, and I don't think they'll ever make up for it.
Well,
But
no,
they're going to keep trying.
no.
and here's the, you know what? As okay, I will say if I ever, at one time I studied travel and tourism in college,
yeah,
and now I'm a travel advisor. And I will tell you this, everything across the everything across the tourism, the only industry that did not get hit, I mean, it got hit at the start between the pandemic, but
yeah,
the only thing that's been consistent, because it was starting to go up before the pandemic, and then it skyrocketed once they come back, is the cruise line industry. Everything else has been up, and I mean Disney parks, and I'm not just talking Disney, Universal,
right.
SeaWorld, Six Flags. They've all had they're having roller coasters up and down. The cruise line is the only industry that has skyrocketed and is still continuing to rise because people are now they're getting tired of the park prices. And again, I'm not just saying Disney. So let's Steve share this. I'm not, because Universal, their prices are still a little bit more reasonable than what you would pay for Disney. You just, again, and I'm not trying to point either one out, you have to do your diligent research.
Right.
That's all I'm saying. And I try to be fair because I'm a TA. So I want to be fair to both sides. That's what I'm saying. When you do it, be diligent, guys. Do your research, and you guys know what your budgets are. I mean, everybody across, let's face it, everybody in this country economically, we're hurting. And I don't know, there's not one of us that's not hurting economically. Like right now, I'm going to be doing a tad bit better because I know I'm going to be getting a little bit of a raise since I did get the promotion, and I'm going to a new school, and for a fact that part of it, a $500 bonus once a year as a custodian. So, that I know that'll bring in extra money for me.
I mean, I don't know. I'm not hurting. I mean, we're doing fine.
Well, yeah, and I guess maybe hurting's not the thing, but the economically wise, it's causing a lot of people to.
I mean, we're working overtime right now, so and my wife and I, we're volunteering for overtime because what most people don't know is we plan on moving to Florida by August.
Nice.
Oh, well, welcome. Hey, welcome to Florida when you get here, buddy.
Yeah. So we've been working around the clock. We've been trying to find stuff to throw out that we don't need to bring with us and stuff like that. So,
but now, because see, here's what I can tell you this. You're one of the few that are lucky, Chris, because I know for anybody, I can tell you from anybody that works in the Department of Education, we're hurt. They're laying people off. They're firing up to another 100 teachers in my district. They are pushing out anybody 25 more years. They're trying to buy out and get retired. So, I mean, I know as a Department of Industry, they're hurting because kids are being pulled out of the public schools. They're either being homeschooled or they're going to private school. And when that happens, whatever school district it is, when they lose that students, that money gets pulled back from the state. So that school district loses money.
I gotcha.
And it can add up.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already probably lost to several hundred students this year just in the county that I work for. And that's why they're getting rid of. And and they're getting ready to close 2 more elementaries.
Right. Well, where I work, people are going to continue to buy KitchenAid stand mixers. So that's the reason why we're always working. So
Right. And it's different for each industry. I mean, hopefully,
But it's also hard.
everybody's working in an industry where they're surviving, because, some of us are doing okay. I
Yeah.
mean, like, obviously I'm doing okay. I'm paying my bills. I got a house. I got my whole new house roof. My bills are on, I got my bills on target. I got my car to go to work. I go to work 5 days a week. I got food to eat and my things. So, I mean, I can't complain. I'm
Right.
working. I do get to do my little travel stuff here and there for my business. So, I mean, I can't per se, but doesn't make it easy on me. No, I'm not saying it's easy. I got
What were
my
you saying,
struggles,
Debbie?
but compared to someone like,
Well, like me, I'm retired.
Yeah.
I mean, eventually, I think I may have to look for a part-time job, but I'm on Social Security now. I have that, and I just signed up for Medicare.
Well, has that happened already for the tax on no Social Security?
I'm already I mean, the amount of money that I have to take it out of my Social Security for pay Medicare. I mean, they're already taking money out of we got a raise, but yet my raise is not even showing, because now all that money has been taken out for my Medicare.
Okay.
So it's like, and then where I live, they just raised our maintenance fee $300 more, because we're paying for all the stuff that's been happening to, like, when the condo that collapsed in Miami.
Yeah.
We're paying for that because insurances are now being doubled or tripled. So now we have to pay for all that.
Okay.
So as owners and as a retiree, I'm not getting any more income coming in. So I have to figure out where my money is going.
And so see that and when you're going back to, and it doesn't necessarily have to be Disney, but when you're looking at these price park tickets for people like Debbie who loves going to Disney,
right,
it makes it hard for them to go because they're struggling.
Right.
So where do you balance it? That's where I think people want to know. I mean, they're legitimately, everybody understands there's the supply and demand.
Right.
Well, they understand that they're there to make their money.
Right.
But
it's a business.
Also, if you want your people.
No, I mean, I understand this doesn't really fix it, but you can always do Disney for free as well. You know what I mean? You can go to Disney Springs, you can visit the resorts, you can do all kinds of stuff like that for free. But, obviously to get into the park, you're going to have to pay, which, but
you're not getting the full Disney experience. It's just going to the springs and to the resorts.
Yeah,
you're not getting the restaurants. You're not getting the rides or whatever. Or the entertainment. You're not getting all that at the other. Doing that, so you have to kind of balance that out as well.
Right. So I mean, the thing is, I think the price should be the same for no matter what park you go to, but they've decided that it's not.
That's true.
So that's the
point. Why do we have all these one park to another?
Well, why did they change? You have to pay for Fast Pass now. I mean, that was always a thing. The Magic Bands I could care less about anymore. They're just something you really don't need. You can do everything on your phone now. So, the only thing I see that Magic Bands are just for collecting. That's all it seems like they are to me. They're just like pins, collecting pins is what it seems, because they're always coming out with a different kind of Magic Band now. But I mean, like I said, anything you can do with a Magic Band, you can do with this. You know what I mean? But I mean,
you can open up your rooms. Now you use the Magic Bands for your rooms and stuff.
Well, yeah, but you can use your phone to open up your room too.
Here's the thing. Honestly, cruise lines, you can't do that with the phone. But your Magic Bands, the cruise lines have pretty much gone to, like, Disney DCL has the bands to unlock their rooms now. A lot of the cruise lines are going away from the cards like they used to.
Yeah.
And are coming up, like, let's see,
Well, then how can they do that? Because they're forcing you to buy something.
Well, but not necessarily. Some of it you get. Here's what people got to remember: when you're going to the resorts, you actually, unless that's changed, and as far as I know, it hasn't. You generally get banned.
Free band, yes.
Just
I
not when
did.
You don't know. There's no free bands anymore. They stopped that a long time ago, about a couple of years.
Okay, well, so that's
Oh,
something
you can get in your resort room with the
yeah,
phone.
see, I hadn't stayed at a resort in a while, so the
Yeah.
last I knew it was that, and then you could pay so much to get.
Yeah, no, the
And that
the
was-
bands haven't been free since they
But
went
now-
to that Magic
now,
Band
Here's
Plus.
the crazy thing: with the Disney Cruise Line, you do get a band free.
Okay.
It's all part of now.
All
That's
right. Well,
part of the
that's
price.
different.
That's part of the price that you pay
Yeah.
for the cruise. So see, there you go. There's another advantage right there.
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't have to worry about the park sinking and drowning.
Yeah, well, I don't know.
Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, you
It's
look at
got
some
a
of those
point,
spots
but
in
you know, I think
Florida,
it's a little
sometimes you do
safer.
have to worry about sinking and drowning. And
But you can't
I
get
can
hurt.
think as a
You
Navy
can't get hurt
person,
in Disney.
hey, and
Oh, I
as a
wouldn't say
Navy
that,
person,
Debbie. I
Hey,
wouldn't say you can't get
hey,
hurt.
Chris, I will tell you, as a Navy person, I'd be glad to go under with
Well,
the
I'm
ship.
sure you would, but I wasn't Navy, so.
And poor Debbie, well, you know, she's so short, she's closer to the water. So you got to watch out for her.
But yeah, no, I mean, they talked about wanting to go on a cruise, and I probably would go, but I don't know if it would be a Disney. I would like to go on a Disney cruise, but I don't know if the first cruise we would do is the Disney cruise.
Here's my thing. I would love to do a Disney cruise too, but I'm still, until my business starts rolling, and you know, or I can my new position kicks in where I can start saving more money. My actual first cruise is I just did a tour of MCS Grandiosa, and you guys will see pictures flying out the door. Anybody that's subscribed to my travel thing, you're about to see some nice, gorgeous pictures coming on Instagram on the travel or Discord or the things, and you guys are seeing how nice the Grandiosa is out of Port Canaveral. That actually I'm doing, and here's what it is. I'm actually getting that. Well, it'll cost me $1,200, but I'm going to pay $1,400 because I'm going to get the Wi-Fi drink package. That, which is, for me, it's about 160, 200, which is not bad. So $1,400 for a set. It's an 8-day cruise, 7-night. That actually is pretty decent. And that's a balcony, and we're talking a balcony cabin.
Right. Sorry, I was turning your channel on YouTube because I can't see the chat here. So
Right? Yeah, that's what I had to
That's
do
the
too.
only thing I don't like about the system. Problem is, it you know, that old system, you have to go with what's cheaper.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this is actually saving more money than what.
Oh, I moved away completely.
The other one jacked up their prices on me.
Yeah,
so.
I moved completely away from all of it. Everything I do now is free. So.
Well, I have to keep one because of my travel business. I have to be able to do it.
Well, I mean, I can't have guests on. That's the problem. I mean, I would have to go back to one of the free.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
Oh.
You know, oh yeah, and you have now when it comes to it, and we're talking about prices. That's one of those things you have to weigh in at. Like in my case, I have to, when I'm doing my travel shows, especially on the cruise about cruises, I need to bring on my business development managers because they can actually sit there and explain to the people about whatever cruise I'm doing. So unfortunately, I have to at least keep the lowest tier, paid tier.
Right.
And because of StreamYard jacking their prices up, I would agree. Listen, guys, I love Disney Cruise with all myself, but do remember this. I'm a travel advisor. I have 10 million suppliers. I have to be fair to all of them. So I will tell you, MSC, and I'm going to tell you again, I will say this. How do I say this gently? Royal Caribbean, with what they're doing, is knocking at Disney's door. The only thing that saves Disney is that they have all their IPs and all the movies that they can put into these cruise ships. But if you look at what Royal Caribbean has done with the Icon of the Seas, the Stars of the Seas, they're the only one that has a depth pool, high Olympic depth pool where they do aquatic shows on the Star of the Seas. And I think it might be on Icon too, but I'd have to go back and look at that one. But I know it's on the Stars of the Seas. It's the only ship that has that.
Right.
Royal Caribbean is the only ones that have ice rinks on the Oasis classes, where they actually do ice shows, and actually people can ice skate on the ship.
I don't know if you know this, Dave, but we get ice up here all the time. So it was just 46 degrees and it was like a heat wave. I was walking around in a t-shirt. All right.
I know you don't want to hear about that.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is that's the type of stuff that Royal Caribbean is putting on there.
Right. So they're doing like ice
Caribbean right now is the only one, as we're again, and I haven't seen the numbers from last year, but the numbers from the prior 2 years.
Yeah.
Disney was making the money, but Royal Caribbean, or put you this, and I'd have to go back and look at which one of them is making money. The other one has got the number of people. And I think it was Disney was making the money and Royal Caribbean was actually getting the numbers of people. But I think that was slowly, the pendulum was kind of swinging back and forth on them. That's how much Royal Caribbean is putting into these newer ships. And let's face it, when your Icon and your Star of the Seas, which are the largest cruise ships in the world, they're both being 650,000 tonnage.
Right.
And they hold the most people. And that's not the crew. I'm just talking about the thing.
Yeah. Hey, Jerry.
So
I bet you got the half bath though, didn't you? So.
Well, hey, Samara, I hate to tell you, Disney Treasure and the Disney Destiny and the Disney Adventures, those are all new ships. They are not cheap either. Even with the deal. And I can guarantee you can find deals for Legends of the and it's still not going to be cheap.
Yeah, I think, what was it? Heaven just went on a cruise, I think last.
And that might be true. I didn't think Disney had any ice rink on the. Okay, so it does. Disney Wonder does have an ice rink.
Yeah, I Heaven.
Due to temps.
Heaven just went on a cruise, I think last summer. I think it was Royal Caribbean, and she showed a picture because one of the Disney Cruise Line's ships docked next to hers, and how large it was compared to what she was on. It was just amazing how much bigger the Disney Cruise Line was compared to the Royal Caribbean.
I'm telling you, you look at I watch two channels. I watch BLC. Of course, you get the half bath. Of course, Jerry, your wife's going to listen. When it comes to the bathroom, women are going to get the full bathrooms all the time. Us guys, we're going to get the smaller bathrooms. There's no question about it, especially in the cabins. So you might as well don't even think about trying to think you're going to get the bigger one.
Yeah, you're washing up in the sink, Jerry.
Exactly. And that's why I'm saying I will. And again, it's nothing against Disney Cruise Line. I love Disney Cruise Line. But right now, if I had to choose any cruise lines, here's you guys this is going to kick you off because we're talking about prices. And if I had to look at all the prices across the thing, looking economically, because that's basically what we were talking price lines. To me, MSC has some of the best prices. And it has some of the best ships. Like I said, I just got off of a ship tour of the Grandiosa. That's why I went with that one. And like I said, for $1,400, that's not bad for one person. And we're talking balcony plus drink, all the drink package and the Wi-Fi, which will be all, you know, all for that price. They'll be all included.
Oh, wow.
That's not bad price for one person.
I heard some other things that are getting popular. I don't know. Maybe you've heard of. I've heard a lot of these river cruises have become
Viking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's the other. I wanted Viking just start, and I didn't know they had this up there around. Viking actually does some river cruises up and around Niagara Falls, all through the Great Lakes, and comes back to that. That's a tour I'm looking into for within the next year or two.
Well, the one I've seen that goes like through the Ohio River and the Mississippi looked pretty cool too.
Yeah, there are. You've got some. It's not all about the fireworks. See, you guys are going. They don't do fireworks, but again, it's not always about things that Disney does.
Yeah, Disney has to hire ships to go out there and shoot them. They got to hire other ships to go out and shoot the fireworks for them. That's what they.
That's probably what they do. They probably get other ships to fire the fireworks for Disney. I know that's not true, but
no, I know.
You know, but again, and I know David T's just teasing. I know David T. He loves to get it going because he knows he's going to get a reaction out of me.
I think David T was the one who was telling me, and I'm not for sure about. So the park
But
that's near
right.
me.
I mean, they're the only ones to do fireworks, and that is an advantage because of what Disney can put into it. So,
Dave, tell me if I'm wrong. I think you were talking about meeting up at Kings Island with me because the carousel there has some kind of history to do with Disney. If I'm correct, I think it was David T who was talking to me about that.
That might have been it. Now David T would have to remind me of that because. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to get back up to Kings Island, but if it's still there anymore, because I don't even know. Anybody know if Cedar Point's still around?
Yeah, it's still there.
Finally shut that down too.
Yeah, they're part of Six Flags now, but they're both there. So when you go to the dinners on Disney,
but here again, I can go to this Hatbox Ghost. I can tell you some of the. Royal Caribbean actually got themed restaurants that are coming in, like Legend Star of the Seas. They have a restaurant that's based on a choo-choo train, and you actually feel like you're walking into a train where you're looking out glass windows into nature.
Okay. What is that?
The what?
What was that you were talking about?
I was agreeing with Jerry what he said. Jerry had said this. Hold on. Jerry was saying this. I think that. Oh no, here we go.
Okay.
But I tell you for a fact that some of these other cruise lines, at least Royal Caribbean at this point, is kind of going that way and theming some of the restaurants.
Okay.
Not as in the puts in. Nobody will ever be able to get that finite of a detail. Disney's always going to be the top when it comes to putting the IPs and getting to that detail. No one will beat Disney. They're not all the best, though, Jerry. You better look at the numbers. Disney may be making the money, but Royal Caribbean's getting the people. So you better check those numbers because within the last year or two, I can tell you Royal Caribbean is right there with Disney. It's just one's making the money, the other one's getting the people. Now, how that happens, I have no other way. I have no idea. So
Yeah.
as soon as somebody can explain that one to me, let me know.
Right.
But again, I will give them the fact that, again, I will go. Disney has the IPs that they can, so their finite details can go a lot more.
Right.
But you see what Royal Caribbean's doing. And thing about it is, it comes down to, again, you just have to look at the money.
Right. Wouldn't you figure Carnival Cruise would be doing pretty well? Aren't they one of the cheapest ones?
They are one of the cheapest ones. That one, yeah, Carnival is pretty good. Some of their newer ships are pretty good, though they have had some things happen over the last few years that
Yeah, I've heard them. I've heard them compared to something, but I'm not going to say it because I don't want to get anybody in trouble. So,
listen, Carnival, Carnival is not as bad as everybody thinks.
Okay. So it's 100 years old this year. Kings Island replaced Cincinnati's Coney Island, and the carousel was moved to Kings Island from Coney.
Carnival is not as bad. Listen, I'm going to tell you guys now, Carnival is not as bad as you guys think it's at. And I will tell you, the fact of it is, MSC it's slowly climbing. So it's really curious. But again, getting back to our main topic, and yeah, so there you go. Kings Island's replacing the 100-year-old.
Yeah, that's what he was saying.
Coney Island. So the carousel was moved to Kings Island from Coney. Okay, so there you go.
So, yeah, it's from Coney Island,
which is a neat thing. I would love to see that.
Well, I believe the racer was originally from Coney Island as well. The roller coaster there as well. A long time ago, if I'm correct.
Neil. Good to see you, buddy.
Walt and Roy spent a lot of time at Cincinnati's Coney Island when Walt was planning Disneyland. Things they learned from here are still in use in both Disneyland.
Okay. I'm going to say this once, and I'm going to say this only. Listen, the things that go on Carnival are done with stupid. Look at the stupid stuff that's going on at the Disney parks that people have pulled. So it's not just people. Look at the idiots that are going into, they're pulling garbage, getting into fights. So it's not just one spot. So, don't give Carnival a black eye, guys, just because it has its issues. And people want to do stupid things. Now, granted, you have to be a little bit more careful because you're cruising and you're going to foreign ports. Yeah, I mean, that's anywhere. And that doesn't necessarily mean taking a cruise. If you're going to any foreign country, even flying, you have to be careful.
I don't know. I've never been. Well, I've only been to one foreign country where I wasn't carrying a rifle. So that was.
Wait, what state are you? What state are you in?
Indiana. In Indiana.
You're in Indiana.
Yeah.
That foreign country. That would be Ohio, right?
No. I work in Ohio.
Ohio's a foreign country, period. Across the board. We all know that. Ohio.
Dave, I live in Indiana. I work in Ohio. So, but no, the foreign country.
I'm sorry you have to work in that foreign country because Ohio's a foreign country in itself.
That foreign country I'm talking about was just across the way from your original state. Is the one I'm talking.
Michigan is good. We're all good.
I know, but you're closer to that foreign country than why.
We have legitimately had fights with that foreign country.
Not Ohio. I'm talking about Canada.
Listen, Michigan and Ohio are the only ones that can legitimately say that they're the only states that have actually fought over U.S. territory legitimately.
Yeah, and why did anybody want that area? Why did anybody want that area?
You're talking a whole different ballgame. But people got to realize that, and here's a little history lesson between Ohio and Michigan. They got to remember, Michigan was trying to claim Toledo.
Yes.
Ohio was trying to claim Toledo.
Yes.
That's how you look at the story. That's how we ended up with the Upper Peninsula.
Right.
So when the government said this, and they all set it up, Michigan ended up with the upper UP, and Toledo ended up going to Ohio. So,
Right.
but they were legitimately shooting at each other. And
only one person was shot. From what I understand.
That's still shooting to me. If one person got shot, it don't matter. They're still shooting at each other. You know,
it was a sheriff shot himself in the foot.
Well, nobody told me to shoot himself in the foot now.
from what I remember right, it was sheriff shot himself in the foot. Michigan wasn't even a state yet. It was still just a territory. And they had
that's because that's how it ended all up, though.
Yeah, and the governor of the Michigan territory at that time was only 19 years old.
Yeah, I know. I that was my first life. I'm in my second life now.
Second life.
No, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, he said no, sir. The racer did not come from Coney.
Oh, it didn't?
The coaster at Coney was the Shooting Star. The twin racer was a brand new built for Kings Island. It was credited with starting the coaster revolution.
Okay, I thought I'd read somewhere that the racer came from Coney Island at one time, but maybe I'm wrong.
Oh, we know that. Sorry, Disney people were no comparison. Me and Dave disagree on that one. Yeah, we always will. But you know what? I respect I respect your opinion, Jerry. I mean, we're always going to have that. Listen, I love Jerry with all my heart, but you know, that'll probably be one thing that we'll never be able to agree on. Because I agree. I mean, the Carnival has had its, but if you look at Disney Park too, look at the stupid people that have gone in there and pulled crap, getting fights over stupid things in the Magic Kingdom and all that. So,
but I think that's anywhere.
That's about anywhere. So you just can't blame it on.
That's at Walmart. I mean, it's out on the street. It just happens.
Well, and that's just about it. It comes down to it's stupid people.
And look at Florida with all the crazy criminals that we have in Florida.
Well, I mean, I think we have criminals everywhere, though.
I know,
we have criminals everywhere.
Florida seems to draw a lot of the murderers.
No, we have more like the white collar criminals, like Mama Dita. You know, she's got that Mickey Mouse mafia going on, don't you know?
Okay.
Hashtag fake news.
No, it's real news, guys. Trust me. Trust me.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, but
many. Oh, wow.
And that which is true. I'm not going to disagree with that. Walt, unfortunately, Ohio was a center part for a lot of things throughout the U.S. history. I mean, that's actually where Wilbur and Overroyd was.
That was Dayton.
Huh?
That was Dayton. It was just north of Cincinnati, but it was Dayton.
My friend, a good friend, lives in Dayton, Ohio.
Oh, okay. That's not that.
Hey, leave our Florida governor alone. He's doing okay.
Dayton's
I like everything he's done, but
I think Dayton's only like 45 minutes away from me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, I live right on the state line.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my good friend lives in Dayton.
Okay. Yeah, our city has the state line go down the middle of it. So I live on the Indiana side, but I do work on the Ohio side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And I work over for Whirlpool making
So
KitchenAid.
did you all have to do like let's see, what was that city in Tennessee and Virginia? Is it not Johnson City? Maybe was it Johnson City? I don't think it was Johnson. I don't know. I can't remember the name of the town off time where the state line goes right down the middle of it, and on one side I believe it's Kentucky, and the other either Kentucky or Tennessee, and the other side is Virginia.
Okay. Yeah. No. We have.
Yes, but they originally they owned a bicycle shop in Ohio.
Right. But
that one I do know because the original bike shop is actually at Greenfield Village in Dearborn, Michigan.
Their boyhood home is in Richmond, Indiana. And I can't remember which brother. One of the brothers were born in Indiana.
Oh, it wouldn't be surprising.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, when I was delivering,
they credited them being from Ohio.
Yeah.
Obviously, we know the Kitty Hawk. They flew the Kitty Hawk
out of
North Carolina.
Yeah.
And of course, because I know that their bicycle shop that they owned in Ohio is now in Dearborn, Michigan, where the Henry Ford Greenfield View Village is in Dearborn, Michigan.
Yeah. But yeah,
it's crazy how things go. It really is. Oh, we know. Yeah, we know that. We know that, Neil. Listen, if it wasn't for their flying, we wouldn't have the best pilots in the world, called naval aviators.
Do you get hurt taxes wise since you live in Indiana but work in Ohio? No, because everything I get taxed in Ohio, I get back. Because they can't. Everything I pay taxes in Ohio, I get back because they have to, because it's taxation without.
Don't that kill you though? Don't you have to pay? Because do they pay tax? Do you pay taxes in Indiana since you actually live in Indiana, but you work in Ohio?
Yeah.
God, so you got to pay both states, I'm betting, don't you?
Well, yeah, if they take it out. I have more problems of having, for some reason, employers don't want to take enough money out. So most of the times I end up having to pay. The last 3 years I've had to pay in the taxes. So.
Oh, we know. Yeah, we know that at the Wright-Patterson Air Force Base.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I've been to the museum there. Yeah.
Yeah.
I probably need to go back because it's so big. We really didn't get it all done. We did get.
That's like the Greenfield Village Henry Ford Museum. There's so much to see in there. You ain't covering it. And it'll actually take 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, but man, I'll tell you
everything there. That's what I love about going there every year.
See, my aunt and uncle, they live up there in Southgate, Michigan.
Southgate. I know that one very well.
Yeah, and he's been wanting me to come up and go to the Henry Ford Museum. And
if you ever do, Chris, you'll love it. If you love history,
I've been to the Henry Ford Museum when I was a kid.
Yeah, but
many years ago.
But man, it is not cheap going there. If I'm right, if I looked right, it was like $45 for a ticket.
It might be now. I don't know what it is. It might.
I guess the one thing I did learn about Henry Ford, I did not know. I did not know Henry Ford worked for GM in time.
Mm-hmm.
He did.
And that I knew.
And that he created
days before he created the assembly line, I think.
But he created one of their most popular cars, the Cadillac.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. I knew all that.
That I did know.
I'm
before
looking.
He really brought out the good cars. And unfortunately, I can't say anything about the cars today because they're all cheap. Cheap metal.
All right, I was wrong.
Junks.
So the general admission is $34 for the Henry Ford Museum.
Yeah, and that's not too bad considering what you get to see.
I'm sure.
because I'd have to look at it. I don't remember that. I don't know. I know you must have been just looking at it. Does that cover the village and the museum, or just the village, Chris?
I don't know.
I can't remember. It's been a while. We went there a few years ago before mom and dad passed away. So you've actually performed in the Ford Museum. I can tell you this. I can confirm.
I'm looking. That's weird. It brought me up to a different place.
Uh-oh. Sorry, Jeannie. Yeah, the museum it's really beautiful. There's a lot more there than people give it credit for, because I actually kind of think we actually
No.
I want to think when I was in 6th grade, that's where we actually did. When I was in 6th grade, we actually got to stay there, and we stayed in the Ford Museum. And they actually have a swimming pool there.
Right.
But it's only used for, well, probably not now. I mean, that's been, God, that's ancient history, because that was back when I was in 6th grade. So
it looks like it's showing for just the Henry Ford Museum of America Innovation is $34. The Greenfield Village is $37. The Ford Rouge Factory Tour is $24, and the Giant Screen Experience is $10.
And of course, then I do know that they've got passes that people can get.
Yeah, they have memberships, but I don't know how much.
Yeah, the actual car. That's the one thing I love about it. There's a diner and drive-in movie there. The actual car that JFK got assassinated is there, which is unique.
Right.
And believe it or not, guys, some of those pictures are on the Discord. If you have not seen some of my Henry Ford Museum pictures, it is on Discord. It really is. If you're not part of my Discord, you guys really need to go check that out, because I think I've got like 3 or 4 parts that have a bunch of that hit museum, because I know my goal for this year is, when I go back to Michigan, is to go to the village. Okay. So I can take pictures and post of the village, because I've always wanted to. I know during the summer they will let school groups stay in the village, and they will actually, or even maybe not so much school groups, but I know they'll let like Boy Scouts, Girl Scouts stay there, and they will actually stay for a week, and they'll actually get to experience of what life was like.
Okay.
In those colonial days.
Right.
And
right.
even school, boy, because I would love to know what the kids. I would love to send half these kids to that and make them stay there for 2 weeks. No cell phone, no cars, no TVs, no iPads, no nothing, and see how they survive like they did in the early 1800s, like that.
If I'm right, I think there's like an island where I read somewhere that's out in the Atlantic, and you have no connection through phone.
Oh, I've seen that.
And I think they pay you like $10,000 a day to stay.
Yeah, I've seen it. There's like different things that on YouTube that I've seen where people stay at these outlandish places like for like 90 days, and if you do that, you get like money for doing it.
Right.
Is there anywhere, Neil, that you haven't played? I swear I got to get you on, because now you really got my curiosity up there. I want to question you until I find a place. There's got to be somewhere I can find out that you haven't played yet.
I'm sure it's going to look great, David. But yeah, the only museum I've been to, the Indianapolis 500 Museum. I'm trying to think. I've been up to the one of my favorite places that we've gone is up to I'm trying to think of what it's called, the Ohio Reformatory. It's an old prison that was used for the movie Shawshank Redemption. So, but
Has anybody ever been to the Ringling Brothers Museum? I've been there.
no, where's that at?
Oh God, I was a kid. Where is that now? Where is that now? I don't know if they even have that anymore.
Yeah, I know one of the places I would love to go. I'm hoping maybe I can get that done this summer. Is maybe get up to the dunes. I want to go see the dunes in Michigan.
Oh,
Dunes.
okay. Where's the dunes in Michigan at? Are they near Indiana?
It's above Grand Rapids on the west side of Michigan, and it's going. So, like, if this was Michigan, as you're looking at Michigan like this,
Right.
it would be on this side of Michigan, above Grand Rapids up here.
Okay.
Yeah. Ringling Brothers is in Sarasota, Florida.
Sarasota, Florida.
I've passed there. I've never been there, Debbie, but I've actually passed there where they did training, because that's where they actually trained the performers for the.
I went there when I was a kid. My parents. That's part of our vacation when we came to Florida.
Yeah,
Debbie, read the chat. Neil said. Yeah, I know it's in Sarasota. I remember passing it. I wonder if it's still there. That was years ago that I passed it. We never stopped, but I can't remember what we were doing. We drove down to Sarasota for something.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's several Titanic exhibits I want to go to.
Yeah.
Ooh, so you performed in Dearborn, Michigan too. Yeah. Don't get me started on it. Never mind. I won't talk about Dearborn.
Dearborn, is that just outside of Detroit?
It's also the largest population of certain. I won't get into
I know.
Won't get into religions or politics, but it's outside of the Middle East. It's the largest population.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, I've been there. Yeah. No, my father-in-law was from Bradenton.
Nice, I would say Dearborn is a nice city.
But my father-in-law was originally from Bradenton.
From
Florida.
where?
Bradenton, Florida. It's right there near Sarasota.
Yeah. Okay. But
so you live near Miami then, Debbie?
I live in South Florida. I'm in Fort Lauderdale. I'm in the suburbs of Fort Lauderdale.
There's a girl I work with now. She moved up from Florida, and I think she was originally from Fort Lauderdale.
Okay. Well, I'm originally from New York, so from Long Island. And in 1985, my mom and I moved to Florida because my father had passed away, so we couldn't afford to live in New York anymore. So we moved to Florida, but we came to Florida few times when I was a kid. So, and my parents loved going to museums and things like that. So we always it always had to have an educational component to our trips.
Okay.
So we always had to go to museums or castles or anything that had history. My mom and I had to go to.
Okay. Now, a guy I work with, he's a fellow veteran. He told me that his family has a very popular restaurant down there in Florida in Titusville, and it's called Dogs R Us.
Have a good night, Jerry.
So,
have fun watching the Olympics.
My wife wants me to come watch.
Oh. Have a good night, Jerry.
Are they doing curling?
I don't know what they're doing anymore.
Well, Pete's been doing the hockey, men and the hockey women. He's been doing that. And I think he's going to do the hockey for the men tomorrow.
Okay.
And yeah, I've been watching on and off the Olympics, but
I don't know. I haven't paid attention to the Olympics.
We don't have cable, so yeah.
Ooh,
So we got rid of cable a long time ago.
listen,
you
I
should
got
watch
cable and I
it.
still haven't paid attention.
you can watch it
to
on
it.
YouTube. There's certain they show a lot of it on YouTube. I don't know if they
I'm
show
sure.
the whole thing, but they know they show parts of it.
Probably just highlights.
The highlights, yeah.
Yeah, they're actually starting a new sport. They'll be riding on a trash can down the slopes.
David, I swear.
So you're gonna be joining
Hey,
the Jamaican
The
bobsledding team.
good thing is, Mama D, I still got 9 months before December gets here.
Is that what she's gonna be? She's gonna be joining the Jamaican bobsledding team. Is that?
Yeah, right.
Hey, yeah, she'll look like those pictures in the movie Cool Running,
Yeah.
chasing the bobsled down
Hey,
the.
just give me a good fast scooter or a wheelchair, and I'm good to go.
Oh, Jerry said he's been watching a lot of the curling. He understands the scoring too much very well.
I like curling because it's like I could do that. That's what it is. I was like,
Yeah, it's a little slow.
yeah.
I don't understand any of it. So give me.
See, my favorite part of the Winter Olympics is the figure skating.
Figure skating.
You know, my thing is I don't watch as much of the Winter Olympics as I do
The summer.
because I love the baseball. I love my taekwondo when I can catch it.
Are they still doing baseball? I thought they did away with baseball.
I don't think
They had baseball one time, but I thought they brought it back. Maybe they did.
Well,
Maybe
that's why I think they have. That's why I thought they formed that new.
The last summer I wasn't able to. The last summer Olympics I really wasn't able to watch, but I do know I love my taekwondo.
I like the swimming. I like the gymnastics. I really watched it mostly because of the gymnastics.
Okay.
Gymnastics and the swimming. The relay races they do too.
So I got to go to the Olympics.
Hey,
Really?
wait till the next Summer Olympics when they start bringing in the flag football.
Yeah, I got to go to the Olympics in 1996.
Really?
Yeah.
That's when it was in the U.S., right?
Yeah, it was in Georgia.
You were there when that bomb went off in 96?
I was 2 blocks away.
Holy crap.
Wow.
Yeah. I was at Buckhead's.
I'm glad you weren't any closer.
Well, we had guys that were there the night before because Travis Tritt put on a free concert in that area. But what it was Atlanta did not have enough people for security, so they used the National Guard. So we were called up and brought down to Georgia.
Oh, okay. That's how you got to. Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah, that's kind of like, in fact, that's like what they did when the Super Bowl was in Jacksonville.
Okay.
That one year, they called up a lot. It wasn't so much security, but because of all the tension from 2001, they were still punting. Security was still heightened.
Okay.
And I actually had to drive the Red Cross over to Jacksonville for station in case such of the emergencies, because they pulled in a CP unit, a radio unit for Red Cross. They pulled in probably about 4 or 5 herbs to back up the Red Cross out of Jacksonville. It's quite something how they station these things.
Yeah. So when we were there in Georgia, we had the Georgia Dome. And the 2 Olympic venues that were there were the gymnastics and the basketball. So I got to meet everybody who was on the dream team that year. Plus then the women's basketball team had like Lisa Lobo and Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops, all the big ones that ended up starting the WNBA. And then of course I'm trying to what was the one gymnast's name? Gabby?
Yes.
I think she was there. One of them fell off the balance beam because they're not supposed to use flash photography and somebody did, and it caused one of them to fall off the balance beam.
Yeah, I don't remember that now, but yeah.
But yeah, so I got to meet a lot. I got a picture of me with Jack Nicholson.
Yeah, because I remember that was the last time the old Atlanta Stadium before they tore. That was the last time they were even using the old Atlanta Stadium because it got shortly tore down because they built the new one too.
Right.
But they used both stadiums to house some of the sportings.
Right.
But then as soon as the Atlantic was done, they moved the Atlanta Braves into the new stadium.
Yes, they did.
And not Braves, the old Brave Stadium. Shortly thereafter.
Right.
Because I remember I got that. I only remember that because that was pretty close to the. Was that one of the summers? No. I can remember because we got stuck probably about several miles just south of that exit, and we were out in a hot summer of Atlanta getting burned up because our car didn't want to work.
Okay, it looks like they removed baseball at one time, but they're bringing it back in 2028.
Okay, but I do know that they're doing. I think this next round they're doing flag football.
They're doing flag football.
Yeah. Huh. I mean, I don't know if it's actually going to be a registered sport because at one time it would. I think they're going to kind of do it like they did Taekwondo. At one time, Taekwondo wasn't a registered sport. Now it is a permanent gold medal opportunity. I think flag football is going to be where Taekwondo was those many years ago, where it was just a sport,
right?
And it was there, but it wasn't. And they got medals, I think, but it wasn't a registered medal type thing for whatever I don't know what they call it or whatever, how they register it. But now it's more of a registered where flag football is going to be something similar. Kind of like they're testing the waters on it.
Gotcha.
Because think about it. How big is flag football coming now because of the NFL?
Right.
I mean, they're really pushing women's and flag football out, for kids and teenagers. And
so didn't they add chess?
Yeah, I think they added chess somewhere. I don't know if it's still around. I don't know what sports are. I don't know what sports are going to be there this next round of the summer.
And did pickleball didn't that become an Olympic event as well?
That one I couldn't say.
I don't know.
I mean, to me, pickleball would be like watching tennis.
Yeah.
Oh, wait. What's the score? Oh, sorry. It would put me to sleep so fast. I mean, I'm like Debbie.
What?
Yeah, but does it say what? There you go, flag. Hey, flag football is going to be an official sport? I thought it was an unofficial sport for that round. Because I also know they have Taekwondo too. It's an official sport.
You know what needs to be in there? Thumb wrestling.
Oh God, table tennis is an official.
Thumb wrestling, you said?
Thumb wrestling. That should be one. Yeah, no, table tennis. Yeah, I think table tennis has been there for a long time. So. I mean, at least they don't have that. What is it? Have you seen those where the guys stand there and slap each other?
Oh.
Have you? At least they don't have that.
That would be like that water ballet. I wish they would. I don't know if that's still a sport in the Olympics.
Synchronizing swimming.
They need to get rid of that crap.
Yeah.
Jeez. That's like
Water
that.
polo.
That's like
I don't-
that gymnastic thing with the ripple.
I don't
ribbon
understand.
stuff that
I don't
they
understand
use.
water polo. How do they get the horses in the pool?
I'm not sure they actually have water polo.
Ha ha ha. Oh my gosh.
But yeah, I mean, it's to me, I'm more of a summer sports guy than I am the
I mean, with the snowboarding now, that's pretty cool to watch. I like watching that. The curling, yeah, I know. I tell you what, I woke up one morning, it was on TV. This was back when we still had cable. And I was just sitting there and this was playing. I'm like, this is dumb. This is the dumbest sport I ever seen. And then 2 hours later, I'm still sitting there watching. And it's just,
I mean, it used to be that I used to watch. I'm like Devin. I used to be able to watch figure skating, but I just gotten away from the winter. I do more summer. I do more of the summer. You know, I mean, I do the basketball. I try to catch my, my taekwondo. You know, I love watching the judo. Obviously, I want to see how this flag football goes over. This is going to be curious on this flag football, how that's going to roll.
right.
Oh, I like figure skating because at one point, both
And
figure skating and
here's the newest sport, Chris.
be,
Here's the newest sport. In fact, we're going to have our first Olympian on the. We got our first Olympian on for this new sport that's coming in 2028.
Yeah.
Marshmallow lift, and Mama D's going to be the one starring it. So you know,
what?
Mama D may win a gold medal for marshmallow lifting.
Marshmallow? What the? What?
I don't know. I think it would be kind of neat. I mean, what's weird is, you know, what the temperature was when it first started out. It didn't even seem like it was cold enough for the Winter Olympics. It was like 41 degrees.
Well, I hope it's got warm, decent temperatures because.
I mean, are they creating their own snow? Is that what they're doing? I mean, at 41 degrees,
they keep going with the weather. It is, you know.
But because it's in Italy this year, right?
Yes.
Yes. So I did see the opening when they were all coming in.
Ceremony?
Yeah, I was down at my mom's house. They're old; they still have cable. So.
Well, I have Peacock, so I can watch it.
Yeah, I don't have Peacock.
Well, that's because you're preparing for 2028 for the marshmallow lift.
The Marshmallow Olympics.
How do you come up with these things, Dave? I really don't know. How do you come up with these things?
I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing.
Huh?
I'm just telling you what I'm hearing.
What you're hearing? I'd like to know the source of that, where you're hearing it from.
Oh, Lord mercy. Jesus, pizza.
So anyhow, we were talking about the prices at Disney.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what, though? That's what Saturday nights is. It's about having fun, and it's just Saturday night.
From one extreme to the other extreme. You never know what you're going to get.
What did I say, Mama D? That's what Saturday night is pretty much for. It's you know, we talk about Disney, but if it goes off on different topics, because at this point, my Friday has become I keep my Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday show semi-professional now because it's all related to the travel business. So I keep that more on a up where, yeah, we have fun, but I can't have it running all over like a tuku. Where Saturday, it can run off all the derails it wants and crash. Even if it's Mama D trying to lift marshmallow weights.
I will tell you this. Being
I like marshmallows.
being at the Olympics in '96 was the first time I'd ever heard of pin trading.
What, pin trading?
Yes, they were doing, because they had pins that you could collect there at the Olympics.
Oh, okay.
Really?
And I didn't know I guess it was, I don't think pin trading was really that big of a deal for Disney back then.
No, I think pin trading didn't really start until in the 2000s, I think.
Yeah.
Or at least it didn't get big until after the 2000, I don't think.
Yeah. So yeah, they even wanted our unit crests, which are like pins, but they wanted our unit crests off of our uniforms. And there was actually soldiers who actually like traded for their unit crests, because you just go back and say, I lost it, and they hand you more, and that's all. But yeah.
Hey, that's interesting. I mean,
Oh, they were wanting parts of our uniform? I was like, well, I can't give you my uniform.
I have to actually still go out into I still got to go out in my other shed and try to find the rest of my pins. That's the crazy thing of it.
But yeah, so yeah. I think I just seen that Krista Disney Baker was just at a pin show.
Yeah.
He's been doing. There's actually been some pin shows down there because he's actually gotten into building the pin boards.
Yeah, he's got his own display, is what I've seen.
He retired from Disney.
Oh, did he? I didn't know.
He officially retired. He no longer works for Disney.
Right.
He's retired now across the board.
Okay.
So now he does more of the pin trading and the pin board building, I think, now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Besides once in a while seeing him do live streams. But
I guess I'm surprised because the whole thing was he wanted to be a baker there for so long, and then
he was for a while. Yeah,
I know he was.
He did last for a while.
Yeah.
But he finally decided to come out and totally retire and focus on a different direction after a while.
So I guess I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to him in a while. So.
Kind of think, but I need to see what he's doing on the 7th. See if he wants to come hang out at the park. Because I've got the.
When was the last time you were at the park?
Speaking of guys, we need to bring that up. We will be doing the park on the 7th, guys.
Okay.
The prices haven't deterred me. We still are going to do give the kids the world, but we're going to do it. I'm going to do it spring now since I'm going on a 7-day cruise in the Caribbean while you guys are all freezing. I'm going to be in the nice Caribbean going come November. So when y'all are freezing and I'm in the Caribbean on my cruise ship going, what's everybody doing now?
I hope I'm not freezing by November. I said I want to be down there by August. So
see, you'll be in the warm weather too then. I'll just make sure you don't go to the South Florida, and I'll make sure I send all the cold weather up towards Mama.
Yes. Hey.
Yes, yeah. See, it's my time of year where I start building the list again.
Yeah.
So that when the magical night of hope comes, she has a big list.
I have a running list for all the things that Dave says.
So yeah, we're looking to come down there before August. We're hoping to get jobs at Disney.
Oh, nice.
Oh, so what area are you looking to move to, Chris?
Well, my daughter lives there, not too far outside of Celebration.
Okay.
So, but she's getting ready to move a little farther north. That's a little closer drive for her. And so we're looking to move somewhere near her.
Okay, but, more like Wintergreen or something.
No,
Wintergreen is just north of there, or at least part of Wintergreen is, I think.
It's off 27. It's not too far off 27. I know that. But yeah, so we're gonna start applying, I think, sometime around the end of April and May. Because from what I understand, it takes almost 8 weeks to even get hired on by Disney.
It can.
What are you looking to work?
took me
Where are
through,
you looking to work for?
What was that?
I've already got a resume started for security.
Oh, security. Okay.
Yeah, because
Which
I know
part?
when I actually,
Epcot,
Whatever, Debbie. I don't care. Whatever.
No,
I
no,
know it's a little bit of process because unless at least the process I had gone through, I had done, I think back then, I think I had done a online app,
Yeah.
or I did the application. I think it might have been a paper application. I don't know. Technology was starting to climb at that point in time of day. And then a few weeks down the road, I ended up doing a phone conversation. And then a few weeks after that, ended up actually doing a face-to-face interview where I actually had a job of being a lifeguard.
Okay.
I wish I had said screw my job and took the Disney job. Who knows where I'd be right now? But then I know it didn't pay much money, and I had more bills back then than I do what I got now.
Right.
But I actually could have been. I was being looked at for working on the monorail.
Right.
Which was monorail and lifeguarding were the two things that I loved because that's what I had done for 20, 30 years, to be the honest, truthfully. But
oh, wow. Yeah.
Okay. Did you see what David T's saying?
Yeah, about 27. Yeah, I know 27 is not that far from me either, David T. Yeah, it runs through Winchester. So, and Winchester is just 7 minutes away from where I'm at.
No. But anyways, okay, guys, we're gonna let you guys. If you need to get a drink of water or something, you'll have a minute of always got to do what supports the show. We're gonna go flying a little bit here. Be back in 1 minute, guys.
Whether it's luxury or fun in the sun, Dave's got the tips to make your cruise #1. Tune in, sit back, let's plan your stay on Cantrell Country's Travelway. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island stops to ocean blue, we got your cruising covered through and through. Pack your bags and set your sights. We're cruising seas and booking flights from the ports to the waves where dreams come alive. Dave Cantrell is here to guide your ride. It's Cantrell Country's Travelway, setting sail on adventure every day. From island stops to ocean blue, we've got your cruising covered through and through.
Yes, David T. I didn't work on a beach. I was more swimming pools.
Movie stars.
I was definitely more of a swimming pools and things. I wanted to do a beach patrol. I actually thought about being a beach patrol. Because what people don't know is I actually looked at being one of those lifeguards where they're like kind of lifeguards, but they're also police officer type things. Because I actually held my degree. I got my associate degree in criminal justice too. So I looked at that throughout the years, but didn't pursue that either. I ended up getting more into working with Red Cross, damages, Red Cross disaster services, and ended up, where I am now, 23, almost 20, over 24 years with the school district, and now about to move into 25, being starting out as a new head custodian in about a week. So. And then I look to hopefully in about 3 to 4 years, I'll retire. Because then I'll have about 27, 28 years in and call it quits before I'm 60.
Huh.
And focus on traveling. That way I can do that way I can do my streams and have 10 blondes on the left, 10 redheads on the right, 10 brunettes behind me, and I'm good. And now listen to where Mama D shakes her head going, see? Told you. Hey, Kevin, Theme Parks Adventure, buddy.
Hey, Kevin.
Hey, Kevin.
You know, we haven't gotten to talk to you for a while. How are you doing overall, Chris? I mean,
I guess I'm doing fine.
I mean, outside of that, I mean, anything major new besides outside of last time? I mean, obviously, the last time we talked, you were just thinking about moving to Florida. So now you guys are actually now putting it into.
Oh, yeah. My wife, Margie, she does not like the winter. So that's one of the big motivations. So, she doesn't like, I mean, you know, when we're getting down to negative here, I mean, like you heard me say just a little bit ago, it was 46 degrees the other day and I was walking around with a t-shirt on. It was like a heat wave here. That's what it was like. And so
yeah, I'm betting you guys. The Midwest and the Northeast got really well. You know, I mean, and even Florida got cold down here. I mean, we had some chilly when it gets down into the 20s.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I mean,
I think it got down.
North Florida. Believe it or not, North Florida, because I'm so far inland in the north central Florida, it does get frigid up here in the north central part of Florida, and it was chilly. I mean, I bundled up like I was living in the north. Yeah. I mean, I had 2 coats on, my hat on top of a hat, and a scarf around I looked like an Eskimo.
Yeah. I don't know if you know my friend Al. He has a YouTube channel as well, but he was on Facebook, or maybe I don't know, maybe made a video complaining about how cold it was. And at that time, it wasn't down to 23. It was only 53 down there, I think. And he was trying to say that, you know, it's because of the humidity.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And I said, I ended up sending a message. I'm like, Al, it's 53 degrees down there. I said, you're at 35% humidity. I said, it was 17 degrees here and it was 79% humidity. I said, your argument does not work. I said, what the problem is when it gets cold in Florida, it only gets cold for a little while. And it takes
and it's a different kind of cold too. You got to remember, we're one area it's more of a wet cold.
Right. That's going to say
the other one is like a dry cold.
But what it really is it takes a human being's 2 weeks to acclimate to a certain type of weather. And if you guys only get like a few days of it, you never really get acclimated to it.
Right.
Exactly.
Where up here, we're getting that cold all the time. So we're acclimated to the cold weather.
Right.
So
it's like, even when it gets, I don't know, it's not really cold, like in the 60s or whatever. But when you're like in the morning and you're going out the first thing in the morning, it's chilly. You know, it's not cold, but it's like a little nip in the air. And you go like this because your body temperature is already warm, and then you're going to a cool air environment. Yes, you're gonna go like this a little bit. But then you get used to it.
But you know, that's all it really is. It's just the human body being
it's true. Your blood thins out.
Yeah.
I
mean, I grew up in New York, so I know cold weather. I know,
I know cold, but the thing of it is, the longer you live down in the south, because of it being that difference of where one area it's a wetter cold and the other one's a drier type of humidity, your body balances out. So even when you come from the north to the south and you've been here for a while, you actually can get a little bit cold faster after you've been here for so many years at certain temps. Now, obviously, I mean, because of being from the north, we get to certain temps, and where some people are dressed up and going cold, I'm going, it's not that bad. But when you physically get down into 20 degrees in the state of Florida, that's cold. I don't care where you're standing, that's cold.
I think we come down there one time in November, maybe, I think. And I think it got to 50 degrees while we were down there. And we got chilly, and I think we were with Gonzo.
Oh, yeah.
And Gonzo was like, aren't you guys from the north? Aren't you supposed to be used to this? But the problem was it hadn't gotten that cold in the north yet. So we weren't used to it by that time. So
David.
Hey, David T, I have to agree with you. That's why she has to sit on a garbage can to drive around. That's why they won't let her on the big rides. That's why she can't get on the big rides, and she has to stay with the little kiddie rides.
I can't go on the big roller coasters. I can't do it.
Yeah, it's because the line is up here and you're down here.
No, that's not the reason why.
It is. Here's the line. You're down here. You gotta be this tall.
I don't know. I'm Guardians of the Galaxy or the Guardians Cosmic Rewind. Sometimes it gets to me a little bit. I don't normally get motion sickness, but on that, sometimes it can get me if I don't.
I can't ride them because I can't do all that moving around in them because I have osteoporosis.
Right.
So if I twist my neck a certain way, I can break my neck.
Would that be you need to drink more milk?
I can't drink milk. I'm lactose intolerant.
Some of those rides that actually spin around like that. This is what people don't understand. That actually, when you're on some of those rides like that, you actually really need to keep your eyes center focused and looking straight because then it don't get to you as much.
It's easy to say that, Dave, but then when you get on it, it doesn't work out.
I just know for a fact that if you can, you're because even me get motion sick, but I mean, I've gotten to the point where I got a little wobbly off of Guardians of the Galaxy the first time I rode it. And, and it wasn't because I get motion sickness. It's just that I'm trying to look around so fast.
Yeah.
That my body wasn't able to acclimate. That's, when you do actually do it, you really actually want to try to keep your head focused straight and just as you twist and keep look then.
That's fine for people that with the motion.
Especially if
I can't do it because I can't move because of the movement of my body. If my body's twisted a certain way, it's not gonna be good for me. So I have to only go on the kiddie ones. the simple slow rides.
Oh, Debbie, I don't think I want to be here for this one.
Oh.
And you think I have a list growing? I know somebody else.
His list is growing. His list is growing.
I think his list is getting longer than mine.
David T, are you going to go to the Pete's meetup? Are you going to Pete's meetup?
I think he's going to be there in July.
Oh, just you wait, Dave. Just you wait. That's all I have to say.
Well, look at it this way, David T. At least I can say it. I still have 9 months before she can get a hold of me. Unfortunately, those short things that you got to watch out for, you squash them.
Oh my God.
We love you, Mama D.
I know. Well, Dave, I don't know how much longer.
He said, no, ma'am. Anyway, so what's going on? How, I mean, do you guys still do your channel, or do you guys only do so much now, Chris? Or what do you guys?
I mean, we were doing a
on with your
lot of
channel
stuff
these days?
just recently. We kind of cut back because we're trying to get stuff here ready. So
I know you still do your trivia. Don't you still do your trivia?
we just brought it back. It just
Yeah.
came back. We do seasons, so it doesn't go all
Right.
the time. So we do about 8 movies, and then we take a break. And we had a long break this last time.
Hey, I didn't say nothing about the phone company with T. That was you.
We added a new live stream. So we live stream actually I live stream every night. Matter of fact, I probably would have been on here a little earlier, but I
see you've been doing some like Bible verses or something.
I made a commitment. I made a commitment to read a chapter of the Bible every night. So I live stream it.
I like it, guys. If honestly, we don't permit it, but I mean, I usually don't go there. I will tell you this: if whatever your beliefs are, if you need some encouragement, because I need to start hopping on yours when you do it, because I've seen it come up.
I mean,
so I need to start going over there, but I like going.
You can go all the way back to Genesis 1 because I'm in Numbers right now. So, but
right, yeah. Well, no, I mean, that's kind of it's a little bit different. He doesn't do Bible verses, but if y'all remember Monarch Moments and Michelle and Garrett now does it more where he basically tells stories and talks about faith in that. So I mean,
I'm just reading. That's all I'm doing. I'm not going to tell you.
Somebody may have a bad day, and that's what they need. So
I
encourage you to go check that out, because that can be just as strong. That can be strong medicine for if you're having a bad day.
You might hear me question something because I don't understand why I'm reading it, but I'm not there to give answers or anything. I'm just reading it. I think the other night we had one. It was the Israelites were kind of upset because they hadn't had meat, and God was going to give them quail, but he was upset with them because they rebelled against him. So he was going to give them so much quail that they were going to be sick of quail, because that's all they were going to eat for the whole entire month. And I'm like, wait a minute. I'm like, what about all this livestock with them? Why aren't they eating lamb? Why? I was like, oh, how is it they're not getting meat? And I guess, that's the only stuff you hear from me is I'll question, because I'm like, I don't understand.
That's a shame, David T., because I know you've been going through a lot too. He actually, his daughter, he's been through a ton over the last few months too.
Yeah. But I think you guys know Mar, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Mar sends me questions all the time. Mar sends me stuff. And what is really neat with some of the things that Mar does with me, because Mar says she's made commitments before, but haven't gone as far as what we've gone. So she's staying with me on this commitment. And she'll send me stuff where we'll read and actually show me where they're finding proof that this stuff had happened over there. That they found where the light was that was staying between the Egyptians and the Israelites. They found where the sand there on the beach before they, what was it? The sea opened for the Israelites to escape. They're showing where that fire was that was separating them, melted the sand and the rock together like cement. That's how hot that fire was. And that also in that part of the Red Sea, I think it was the Red Sea they crossed, they're finding parts of chariots at the bottom and everything, where it came back together on the Egyptians. So, I mean, it's just kind of amazing. And then she also sent me a thing, like I was talking about the quail, where they've actually found proof there in the desert of all the quail that was in one area for him to eat. So, but it's just really neat to see a lot of evidence to what you're reading. So, but yeah, so yeah, I'm on Numbers. Leviticus was probably one of the hardest books to read, and I think reading chapter by chapter is what made it easy every night, because it was just like, all I got to do is get through one chapter. You know what I mean? Because Leviticus is a lot of rules and laws and everything like that, and how to put things together. But yeah. So,
Right.
but what was that, Debbie?
Yeah, no, I was just saying, yeah, I agree.
Yeah,
I
but
agree. So,
but yeah.
hey, so go check Chris on Eddie Family Adventures out. That's especially if you need encouragement. Because I know for me, if it wasn't for some of the verses I have read over the last several months, going through what I have last 3 years, I don't know where I'd be right now.
Right. And then
Let
of course,
alone this community, this wonderful community that we're in. And of course, then there's Mama D, who I would talk to quite often, and even if she can't see over the camera.
but of course, we've got Disney updates on Monday, and then we've been doing one that we call Main Street Merch and Munches. So where we talk about different merchandise from Walt Disney World and food. So
Nice. Don't know about you guys, but it is almost 11:30.
yeah.
We've been going for 2 hours. That actually and fun. Some good topics. So I'm gonna let Mama D go. Any final thoughts from you, Mama D?
No, just, yeah, nothing really. Just working on maybe possibly going into, like I said, Disney in or at least Orlando in the end of March, and hopefully that I can make that happen. But
Well, we're waiting for you to start up. We're waiting for you to start up your channel, because we know
eventually I'll have my own.
We know you and Dame Dystopia. You two are the YouTube sensations. So
I don't know about YouTube sensation, but yeah, eventually, hopefully, maybe the end of this year or the beginning of next year, hopefully I'll start my own channel. But I have to get better computer system and all that. So
nice. Yep. And you will. And then of course, you'll get it. We'll give you support on it and whatever.
I know that.
We can give you. We know that.
I know that.
See you, David T.
So, and you all heard any final thoughts from you, Chris? Anything else you want to add? I mean, and just kind of, maybe just go over what your shows again that you guys do. So
we've kind of so there for a while we were doing a lot of shorts, but we've cut back. So on Monday nights we do Disney updates where we talk about Disney news. Let's see. Tuesday nights is called Main Street Merch and Munches. So we talk about whatever's new merchandise coming out down there at the park, or any kind of new snacks, new food, whatever. Sometimes if we don't have a lot to go on, we'll pick a restaurant and go through the menu and talk about what some of the stuff they have at the restaurant. And then on Thursday nights, we do what's called The Wonderful World of Trivia. And we do seasons. We do 8 movies. They're all Disney movies. So this last Thursday, we just did Cinderella. Coming up, we had to change the movie because the movie we had scheduled is no longer on Disney Plus. So yeah. So we're doing
don't it?
Yeah. So we're doing The Ugly Dachshund. So
oh my Lord, you're tired. That's old school movie there.
Yeah, that's like one of my favorites. So what it is for that, we do have a winner, but we add the points all the way through the season. And then at the end of the season, whoever has the most points wins the prize. And the prize this season is a Thomas Kincaid puzzle that is,
Whoa.
yeah.
Holy mackerel.
That's beautiful.
Wow. there you guys go.
So
If you love putting puzzles together, then you got to go over and do that the trivia on.
So yeah, so it's like a collage of all of his paintings. So what Disney paintings. So, but
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And then hopefully when it starts getting, Margie and I have been going out and we do adventures. We go to different places in Indiana and Ohio. We've been going to a lot of state parks and stuff like that and hiking around. One of the places we went to was up near Salina, Ohio. We were there at the lake, and we seen bald eagles just out of the blue. We weren't looking for them, just seen them.
Yeah.
So,
I just posted you a link in the chat.
oh, thank you. But yeah, so, but yeah, we're still around.
Well, no, and I knew you were still around because like I said, I do get the notifications from you doing the verses, which I thought was good.
Yeah.
But it's nice to know that, not only do you do that, but you still do your trivia, because your trivias are fun, because you never know what you're going to ask people. And the nights that I did was able to, in the past, when I've been able to do your trivia, you guys do some good questions. You really do.
Yeah, and we've been trying to move away from the reaction stuff. So the reaction stuff only came in because of the pandemic, because we really couldn't go anywhere because no places were open.
Right.
So, but yeah, we're really trying to get away from that kind of stuff, even though a lot of that stuff did bring a lot of views onto our channel. So.
Yeah, and there's not one channel on. Well, with the way YouTube's getting fickle about things now anymore across the board, and they really are getting so fickle about things. That's the crazy thing of it. Particularly, they're harping on any channels that have anything to do with AI.
Yeah.
Because I know there's a couple of channels that I listen to. Like it's fun to listen to the stories, but if it's certain, but if AI is used for certain things, it's like,
well,
they flag them, they pull them, it gets to be, and
so I was doing some shorts. One of the shorts, or two of the shorts I was doing, one was just regular trivia and one was Disney trivia. So I just ask one question during one of my shorts, and then before I put the next one out, I'd let them know what the answer was. So everybody had a chance to get in the comments, put it in. And then also I had one where I was doing, did you know these three things? And I would give three things that people might not know, and then ask them which one really was something to answer. And one of the comments I got from somebody, they said, "Thank you for not using AI." They said, "We like seeing something that is not AI driven." I didn't know how to tell them. My titles and my descriptions are all wrote by AI.
Now, okay, but we're not saying the AI issue,
right?
Because I'm involved. It goes beyond AI. Doing it's not the thumbnails and certain titles.
Now
you're doing stories and you're doing images and that. AI's been harping over a lot of things. Thousands of channels have gotten ruined because of the type of AI photos.
I don't even know the first thing about doing anything with AI. I have no clue how to start it, what to do with it. I have no clue whatsoever how to do it.
I've used AI on some of the things I've done. And
well, what it is I think I use AI in areas that I really like, coming up with titles and coming up with the description or coming up with the keywords. A lot of times I ask AI to do all that. I have given AI like a photo that I had and said, "Hey, could you turn this into a thumbnail?" And then all it does is takes that same photo and then adds whatever words I ask it to put on it. And that's about all I've ever done with AI for that. I've never used AI to actually do the video or anything like that.
Right. Yeah. And so that's, and like you said, you've come across those comments, but that's not there's your issue of why things are going crazy with YouTube because a lot of it they're harping on right now is AI stuff.
I think it's funny about that. You know, they're harping on everything like that. But back in the 80s, you remember we had a guy that made it look like that's what, you know, remember, what was his name? I can't remember his name from the 80s. Max Headroom, which basically kind of gave us an idea what it was going to be like when we got to this time with AI. So, and, you know, back then we thought, oh, it's going to be cool. And now we're here and we're like, I don't know. I actually had a friend. He's like, I don't like to mess with AI. I'm like, why? He goes, I was having a conversation and wanted to know where I live. And I was like,
it's getting too smart for its own.
Well, I don't know, Dave.
Too smart for its, and the thing of it is, it wants to know personal information.
Right.
And yet it can't figure out when you do tell them certain things, it can't figure out everything that you want.
Right.
Like, it understands some information, but it don't understand everything, and it don't have the capacity to figure that out. So that's the issue they're having with AI.
Yeah, well, my friend was like, it asked me where I lived, and I asked why did they want to know that, and they said because they wanted to cuddle, is what he said. I said
they want to cuddle.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Hey, bingo! There's your. Thank you. You just hit the nail on the head about AI right there.
And I
don't
said,
go into it much more deeper than that, but it
and I told him
a deep thing about what it does with some things.
And I flat out said, yeah,
because of policies regarding keeping kids safe.
Well, I told him flat out, I said, yeah, I don't talk to it. I'm like, I use it as a tool, is what I do. And here lately, because a lot of times I do have it write out my scripts for the news, and it does do my trivia questions. And there's been times where I've had to call it out on things I know are not correct. And it's like working with a kid who only wants to do half the work is what it really is like. And it's like, because like, hey, this isn't right.
The thing of it is you have to make sure it understands what you're saying, because if not, it can go places where you don't want it to go.
Right.
That's all I can tell you.
Well, I also know that
because I've been in,
because you can have different conversations with it. And a conversation can bleed into another one, and you're like, no, this is a different conversation. This is not what I'm talking about. So I use two different kinds of AI. I use ChatGPT, and then I also use Copilot, Google Copilot. And but so I'm not really afraid of AI taking over, because it really seems to be kind of lazy, is what it really does.
I don't know. I mean, it's crazy, but either way I look at it, I mean, way I look at it is, I like you are, Chris. I like it as a tool.
Yeah,
but I can't let it control everything I do, because I don't like to get too far into what you were mentioning, and then, because it can go places you're not really not wanting to go at times.
Right. Now I've actually used it for, asking questions about moving to Florida and, about selling our house. And it's actually come up with really good answers on a lot of stuff. So I mean, it will tell me that.
Most likely it will, but if it,
I don't even know where to go.
At the same time, it can get crazy too.
Where do you go to get on AI? I don't even know what website, what I don't even know how to even go there.
Yeah, ChatGPT.
Huh?
ChatGPT is probably one of the most popular.
Okay. Most people use. Here's the thing: most people use it as a chat. What he said.
ChatGPT.
But it goes beyond that as well. It really does. But most people don't fully understand what AI is capable of.
YouTube has its own AI now.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I have no clue. I don't even know the first thing about it.
Yeah. No, ChatGPT is probably the most popular one, but there's other ones out there. Though, like I said, the other one I use is Google Copilot.
Oh, the Google Copilot. Yeah, I do use that actually. I do that to help me word things.
Yeah.
I use that to word things. If I can't think of the proper way of saying something, I'll use that to word things.
Oh yeah.
But other than that, I don't use it.
Yeah. But
at least I don't have a need for it right now, anyway.
Yeah. And it's what actually helped me write out the resume for what I'm.
I'll say that. Said I would do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's a useful tool. It's I'm not totally against it.
No. Like I said, as long as you're just using it as a tool, and that's it.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I say. But yeah, I agree, Gloria. I would not want to drive. Listen, I don't trust a driverless car. I'd rather trust me and my driving.
I don't know, because if the cars are actually able to, if they do away with any of us driving at all right, and all cars are able to communicate to each other, then it might be safer. But there'll still be accidents. But
see, if I could do that, then that'd be fine, because I don't like driving.
I'd rather still have a brain behind the wheel, if you ask me.
Well, I mean, you got to think about it, Dave. I mean, people used to ride horses. You can't go out and ride a horse anymore down the road. You actually. so I mean, eventually it could end up.
Try.
But you know what I mean? Eventually it could go to that, where if you want to drive a car, you got to go somewhere to drive one.
I always imagined that we're going to be like the Jetsons, and we're going to be in the air.
That's that's why I love. We're going to have flying cars. We already have flying cars. They're called helicopters. It's like what?
Yeah, but it's not like you're actually driving it.
Well, it is. You're driving the helicopter.
Well, one person. It's not like all this traffic, all these people that are driving it.
No, you know what that'd be like if people actually were able to fly helicopters all over the place. I mean, we already have bad problems now with traffic, let alone having everybody have a pilot's license. We'd be in trouble.
Oh God! Well, instead of having driver's license, we'll have pilot license.
Yeah.
Hey, people don't even drive without the license anyway. So, especially down in Florida, we have a lot of that.
Oh, it's not just
the only
Florida.
problem is that would even be worse, because people can barely drive on the roads right now. Can you imagine trying to flying those cars?
Oh, that's what I'm saying.
In road trouble.
Yeah.
Hey, they don't use the directional lights on. They stop at green lights and go on red lights.
Well, you got to think about it. Who was it? It's Google. Wasn't Google the one who's had the cars driving around forever that they don't have anybody driving? That maps out.
On their Google campus in California.
Well, I mean, they do it all over the world. They have them driving around because they're actually mapping out.
Probably, yeah. Now, but I mean, at one time it was just held to their main campus, where their main building out in California. But now I'm sure it's all over.
And it's not very often you hear about it having an accident.
Well, yeah.
I'm not saying
which is kind of crazy, because they tried down in Gainesville, Florida, with at different times, cars that drove themselves. All 3 cars ended up in accident. 2 of the people got killed in those vehicles.
But I'm talking about the Google vehicles. I mean, they've been around for a while.
No, I'm talking about cars that drive themselves. These cars.
No, I know what you're saying, Dave. I know what you're saying, but I'm talking about the Google vehicles that are their whole purpose is to map out for Google Maps. That's what they're doing. And they have nobody in it, and they're driving themselves. And if there's an accident, you don't hardly ever hear about it. Yeah.
But I mean, that's what started. Now you got everybody that's trying to create all these cars that can drive themselves with people in it.
Yeah.
And 2 of them, it's because the cars couldn't recognize the colors of trucks, and they ran into trucks. And unfortunately, the people within the vehicle, got killed.
I don't know. If my car can drive itself and I'm I'm still living up here. I'm going to sleep while I'm coming to Florida.
Well,
So-
it's kind of crazy because some of these cars actually kind of do. There's things that these cars do now that do drive themselves, where it helps people parallel park and
Yeah.
other things. Warning lights. If they actually got to the point where the car will move over from into another lane if the car suspects it's going to get into a. And it's not all the cars, but I mean it's probably more your upper. You know, ding, 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 ding.
I
Cars
still
that
have
cost
a-
money, but some of the
still have
cars
a
actually can do that now, where they'll move into another lane if
Yeah.
it senses you're going to end up rearing in somebody.
Yeah, I still have a
So
2007
it's
Toyota.
coming. It's coming.
Oh no, I mean, the Teslas.
Yeah, Tesla. I was going to say the Teslas.
Yeah, I mean the Teslas right now, you can hit a button and it will come up and pick you up at the front of the store. It'll back out of the parking and come
Yeah,
around.
it's pretty
Yeah.
much getting that because I actually had a coworker. She quit the school district last summer, but her daughter actually has a car that she can hit it, and the car's almost driving by herself, and she can sit there and drink her coffee and have her bagel or whatever she's having before on her way to work. And it's getting there.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Right now it's Tesla, but some of that is now filtering into some of these other vehicles.
Oh yeah.
Not totally like Tesla, but you can see the components are starting to filter into up to the other vehicles now.
Yeah. I think eventually, like I said, going completely driverless, I think you'll see where the seats in cars they'll all be turned towards the inside, where you're looking at people and having conversations while you're traveling instead of.
I just don't know.
I don't think it's going to
that
happen in my
old-fashioned
lifetime.
that my problem is
I don't
we're
know.
depending on.
I mean, you got to think about it.
Well,
I mean, it was.
Well, my thing is, I guess I'm just that old fashioned. I'm telling you, I was born in the wrong time century. I think I should have been born back in when Civil War was going on, because frankly, when people still have brains and we could think about things, and
it'd be nice to go back and visit those times, but I don't want to live any time until they had indoor plumbing.
If I'm gonna be honest with you, if I can live in the colonial days, if I can live in the colonial days, give me the colonial days. Because right now, if I actually, I'll be the honest truthfully, if I had the knowledge to live off grid, I'd disappear.
Well, how do you not have the knowledge?
I would go find somewhere out in the country, get off the grid, and get away from everybody.
you can do that now, Dave. You still have that now.
You still got spots where you can get off the grid. I mean, oh yeah, you can.
Alaska.
Do you think all of the mountains, the Appalachians have been gotten to? You still have places throughout the whole Appalachian Mountains that have not been touched by man.
Well, I meant the forest up in Washington. They're so huge.
There's still plenty of areas that people live off the grid. I watch it all the time on YouTube.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying. So it's still possible. I mean, that would be me. I wish I could live off the grid. I wish I had a little bit more knowledge of being able to live off the land and do that and just be off the grid.
It's not that hard, Dave. You just got to know how to find water. It's not that hard.
Listen, now. That's a little bit easier. That is a little bit easier to say than for me to be able to accomplish, because I
water,
know
food, shelter.
Some things I could do. Some things I would have to learn. But yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm to that. Yeah. Sometimes I think it would be better to be living off the grid and away from this nutty world.
I don't know.
Because I've always said I would do this. Of course, there would be some things that I would put in that I would use mechanical traps, machine guns, landmines. Keep out all the unwanted people.
So you want to be a hermit.
But big,
But you wouldn't be.
big, no trespassing signs. Beware of.
Oh my gosh, Dave.
Dave.
Listen, if I could live on a deserted island, I would make sure there are 100 sharks around that island. Trust me.
How would you do that?
I'd make it hard for people to get to
you-
the island. Trust me.
How would you get sharks to live around your island?
Easy. Easy.
You're just gonna have seals just flown in all the time.
You know, one of my dreams is to have one of those like tiny homes that live off the grid. You know, they make it work.
Yeah,
they do.
Work.
Hey,
Jonathan.
welcome back, buddy.
Hey, Jonathan.
Another one we haven't seen as of lately. Where you been hiding, Jonathan?
Japan. Well, he's been back from there for a while.
Yeah, no, he's just been busy with a lot of things lately.
Yeah.
Like, in fact, he said he was at some friend's party or something earlier.
Well, Dave, I'm getting tired, so.
Yeah, good gravy. Now it's going on 2 hours and 30 minutes. Yeah, it's time to. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. I knew you had been busy. So, anyways, well, guys, yeah, I'm gonna call it a night because now it's almost 12 midnight.
Okay.
So it's time to definitely say goodnight. But thank you for coming on, Chris. It was good to see you, buddy.
Yeah, no problem. It's good to see you. And you too, Debbie.
Fun. I mean, we had a lot of good, interesting topics. We had some laughs. We had to find some. Apparently, according to David T, we got to find some phone books for Debbie. But
and some marshmallows for lifting.
You moved to Florida, Chris. I don't know if you're gonna go to Disney in December because I'll probably be there in December.
Oh, okay.
I would love to see you.
Well, when I get down there, there's a lot of stuff I want to do besides just Disney.
Right. Okay.
So
yeah,
I like to go see historic stuff. So probably
me too.
I think one of the things I really like to do is probably go to St. Augustine during.
Thank you. I was going to ask you, have you been to St. Augustine? Because to me,
I never had, but they have the oldest St. Patrick's Day parade there. I'd like to go during that time.
Yeah, there's actually a lot to do. I mean, and
I've been to St. Augustine. It's really nice.
People again, a lot of people don't stop to think that St. Augustine is the oldest city in this country.
Yeah. Right.
And then
the state of Florida belonged to Spain at the time.
Right.
So the oldest, if you had to break it down, the oldest cities from country to country.
Yeah.
Yes, Williamsburg would have been the first city within the United States itself as far as English. Country as a whole, it would have been St. Augustine.
Right. So being a Cubs fan and moving down there, of course, I'd probably get on the train if I had to and go down and watch the Miami Marlins.
An interesting trivia question for you. What country is the only country that actually owns still part of the land inside of the continental USA?
What is that?
What country actually owns still a small land inside the continental United States?
I don't know. What is it?
Spain. They actually St. Augustine, and this is what's interesting. They have a guarded, fenced off area that has a picture of Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah,
Queen Elizabeth from Spain.
Isabel?
Or Isabel, yeah. Queen Isabel, a statue in there. That property is still owned by Spain.
Oh, well, I'm sure we could take it if we wanted to.
Well, they did that historically for a reason.
My ancestors came from Spain, so leave my ancestors alone.
I'm not saying
we ain't doing nothing to your ancestors. We're just taking the land.
I never knew that until I moved down here, and it's an interesting fact that it's like, dang, I wonder why they did. I mean, I'm always curious as to. I never been able to find a reason out why they did it. But it's
Yeah.
an interesting fact that Spain owns that because they because of Postillon landing at in St. Augustine and all that they put the statue of Queen Isabella there, and legitimately Spain still owes that small square footage within the fence line.
Oh yeah. But yeah, so yeah, that, like I said, there'd be other things. I would like to go to Old Town. I've never been there. What most people don't know is there was all kinds of different amusement parks around that aren't Disney, that aren't Universal, that aren't SeaWorld, that aren't Legoland. You know what I mean? And then I don't, I'm sure there's just so much stuff there. My daughter went to Gator World, said she loved it, and would love for us to go see it sometime. So,
yeah. Well, I'm just saying that if you're going to be like around Disney World in December, I would love to meet you.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah. I mean, hopefully I might be the one who's letting you in through the gate. I don't know. Well, not through the gate. We're getting you through security, maybe.
Hey.
Well, yeah, make sure she walks through the thing so that
I won't be walking through the thing. I'll be driving through my scooter or wheelchair.
Short, you might have to look like this.
Yeah, I'll be like, "Ma'am, you need to come over here," and then she looks up and it sees me with the wand, going, "Yeah, we're checking you out."
You have to check my scooter or wheelchair, whichever one I'm going to be using.
Yeah, sorry, it looks like it's a driving garbage can, to be the honest truth.
Yeah.
Motorized trash can.
There you go.
Oh well. All right, Mr. Dave.
All right.
Mr. Chris.
Anyways, it's been fun. Yeah, we love you, Mama D.
I know.
It's always fun to have you on here because you're beautiful. You're always smiling and you cheer. You make us all laugh.
Oh, thank you, Dave.
And of course, Chris, it's good to see you, buddy. I know
it's good to see you.
Yeah, it was great.
You need to come in and pop in on more Saturday nights when you get time.
We've just been kind of busy lately, is what it's been. So, but
you ever get a chance and you want to come on in?
Okay, no problem.
Because these shows are still as nutty as that's what the Saturday show. Like I said, my Tuesday, Thursdays, and Friday show. Speaking of shows, don't forget Tuesday night, guys. Dave's Vacation Oasis. I think I'm going to do Yellowstone National Park.
Oh, good.
Kind of go back into domestic travel. I know we were looking at. I'm going to take a week off from Europe. Do Yellowstone National this week. The following Tuesday, we'll go back to some foreign. Maybe we might do. Oh no, we did France.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, where were you and Debbie through for that?
I was there.
You were there for that France.
I was there.
I think I got to finish France anyway. Done with France.
No, you didn't. You didn't finish it.
Yeah, so actually I have to go back and finish France. So I might finish up France this week.
All right.
We'll see. But then Thursday night, we're gonna continue. I'm not sure what we'll do Thursday on the cruise line. Oh, no, I've got some things I'm gonna look at from Norwegian Cruise Line because I've got a lot coming up with that.
Right.
And I'm gonna start making sure you guys dropping links and all that, and I'll make sure you have the link, Debbie, so we can drop it because I'm gonna start posting some of these videos onto the travel channel, onto Discord. So if you guys, yes, make sure you guys go over to Dad Builds. He's still going. Yeah. I know he's halfway.
Yeah, I was up all last night watching Dad Builds.
Make sure you guys go check over that. Thank you for
putting that in there, Jonathan. I'm gonna go back to the channel.
Yeah, please go check that out. And we will, and somewhere during the next week or two, we'll continue. We'll talk more about the Give the Kids the World as well. Because I actually will be back into the parks in the first time in over probably a year and a half or better. I'll be back in Magic Kingdom. So, and that'll be for the Give the Kids the World.
All right.
Last minute, you guys, either one of you want to say any last minute thoughts?
Nope. Nope.
Bye.
You just, and as far as I'm going to say is this, guys, is this. Take care of each other. You never know when, I know today's Happy Valentine's. Tell somebody that you love them, because this world is, unfortunately, you never know when it might be. They're here today. They may not be there tomorrow. I mean, hopefully that's not the case, but times we all get older each year, and cherish the loved ones that you have. Spend time with them. Just tell them you love them. Be there for them. Listen. Family, friends, everybody in our Disney community. And with that, I'm going to say what I finally always say. From the world of the Disney magical theme parks, may you wish upon a star and your dreams come true. Have a magical day. Bye-bye, guys.
All right, bye.
Thank you.